What is up, everybody? I'm back. I'm still alive. I made it through the trail race, and I want to tell you about it right now. All right, yes, I am alive. I did make it through the trail race, and I figured I needed to just kind of give you an overview of what happened at the trail race. So, here we go. First up, one of the things that I really liked about this race was the fact that the race was actually a little bit smaller, which I was excited about since as I shared before, I have not raced since March of 2016. And so I was looking for something a little bit smaller and actually a little bit shorter as well. When I say it was a smaller event, there was only about 80 runners that ran the race, and that was between all the distances that they offered. They had a 5-mile distance, the 10-mile distance, which I ran, the 15-mile distance, and then a 6-hour ultra that was going on as well. The 10-miler actually only had 23 runners total. One of the things that I really liked about this trail race specifically was the kind of laid-back atmosphere. I really wasn't sure what to expect, but even rolling up on that Saturday morning, it was just real casual. You know, you go up, you're talking to the RD, you're getting your number from the RD. The aid stations were great. There were volunteers there taking pictures. It was a great experience, but it was very laid back at the same time, very casual. So that was a nice change, and I really liked that atmosphere. Also, one of the things that I really liked about the race was the nice t-shirt that we got as we finished the race, as well as we got a nice medal. So it was a great event, lots of single track. It was on mountain bike trails, which obviously there were a lot more ups and downs. Even in Florida, we found some ups and downs and found some elevation. So it was a good race. As most trail races, it was a little bit longer than 10 miles. I'm not complaining about that. That is not a hating on Groundhog Events because they measured wrong or anything else. I've been running trail runs for a while now and just realized everything is a ish when it comes to trail runs. So it actually ended up being, I think total I ended up running around 11 miles or so. So it was about a 5.5-mile loop that we ran. So that's kind of the event side of Poseidon's Wrath. Now I want to tell you about my race. As I said earlier, this was my first race since March of 2016. Since that time, my running has been very sporadic. And so I really wanted to sign up for something to get me to kind of boost my training, to boost my running again for 2018 and get me more consistent. And so I figured, let's start off the year, go big-ish with a 10-miler. For me, going from almost a zero base to a 10-mile run was quite the jump, and so it was a good race for me. I was very nervous heading into the race. I really was not trained properly for it. I was probably a little bit undertrained. I purposely, from the very get-go, just stood in the back, hung out in the back during the briefing time with the RD as he was going over all the instructions for the race. As I headed out, I was in the back, and I was totally fine with being in the back, just kind of cruising along. That actually only went for a little while, though, as I slowly started to need to move my way up and have to kind of weave my way around some different people to kind of get to a place where I could comfortably run and feel good with my pace and feel good with the way that I was running at the time. I did start in the back. Probably should have started a little bit further up, but again, first race, wasn't really sure how it was going to go, really wasn't sure how I was going to feel. As the race went on, though, I did slowly pass different people along the way. It felt good the whole run. That was one of my goals for this run, was to just feel good the whole time and felt comfortable the whole time. And so I just made sure to continue to pop my chews, continue to drink lots of fluid as I made my way around. There were 2 aid stations, one of which we passed by twice on the loops that we ran. And so there were great volunteers out there. There were guys taking pictures. It was a great event for us. Actually ended up finishing. I really wasn't sure where I finished because the 5-miler had already finished. People were finishing the 10-miler, which was the race I was running, but people were still going the 15 miles and people were still doing the ultra when I left. So I actually did not know where I finished. I was honestly just happy to be done and excited with how things turned out. I just got my medal, got my shirt, got a little water and a snack, and headed out, happy with how things went. Fast forward a few days later, and I did get online. They did post the results, and I found out I actually finished 9th overall. I'm happy with that result, seeing again as how that was my first race in a few years, and a race that I probably wasn't properly trained for. Anyway, that is kind of my race report from Poseidon's Wrath 10 miler put on by Groundhog Events. If you are looking to get into trail running, if you are looking to just find some fun people to run with on the trails, look into Groundhog Events. It's a great event, and they did a great job, and I'll definitely be running some more of their events as well. That's my race report. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.